How to date after a toxic relationship. How to date after a toxic breakup, a toxic divorce. Well, I'm sorry you went through that, and I'm more encouraged the fact that you're watching my video because you're curious how to kind of put yourself back out there. If you really need some help with this, send me a message. I'm going to have a coaching call with you. If you really want to check out my other videos on this, I go through the first 5 steps on this topic prior to the one I'm going to talk about now that I think you should go check out, because it's all in chronological order, 1 through 5. And that way this will make more sense on this specific tip on how to date after a toxic breakup. Let's get right into it. Know the signs of an unhealthy relationship. Know the signs of an unhealthy relationship. Don't just think about it. Don't just memorize it. Don't just relate to it. Don't just reflect on it. Write it down. You'd be surprised how many times I ask my clients to write down their goals, write down their fears, write down the qualities of a partner, write down what a healthy relationship looks like, write down what an unhealthy relationship looks like. Now it's more solvable, more doable, more practical. Now you're actually quite encouraged to know clearly where and what to do. You know why? Because when you're smitten with someone in the very beginning, when you're smitten with a new partner, everything looks perfect, doesn't it? The chemistry phase, the love bomber phase, the narcissist ways of just trying to slowly manipulate you. It's easy to miss red flags when you're focused on all just the shiny, smitten moments. I get it. Chemistry is great. First time kiss, first time this, first time that. Everyone is great. In the beginning, everyone is presenting, performing their best version of who they are for either getting to go get what they want from you or to really genuinely because they like you. There's a thin line, which is kind of sad but true, between a love bomber narcissist and someone with genuine interest. They're both going to pursue you and want to be charming and fun and likable and creative and passionate and caring, romantic. They're both going to want to have that. But the person who genuinely wants to date you is also going to take their time and want to get to know you more, not just what they can get from you. They want to see if you guys have compatible factors. They want to see if there's something natural between the both of you compared to just intimacy. Whereas the love bomber or the narcissist is going at one speed. And I'm going to convince you. I'm going to sell you on the idea. I'm going to take you for a ride. And you're going to feel like it's great. It's perfect. I'm going to make it so convenient for you. It's a very thin line. Your new love interest might not be a carbon copy of your ex, hopefully, which can be a relief. But unfortunately, there are many ways to be a toxic partner. That's why you have to slow down and see things as they are, not what you want them to be. There are many ways to be a toxic partner. So I've gone to the point where I've coached a lot of people the last 5 years. And when I hear from my clients or people on my lives or even comments on my videos, Coach, all men are toxic. All women are toxic. I'm like, all right, that's only based on your experience because of whatever it is you haven't done for yourself, and you keep on attracting the same kind of person. And when I hear those and I coach those individuals about how their relationships have been different, but again, there's different ways of being a toxic partner. So one person really took money from you. The other person cheated on you. The other person controlled you. All toxic. There's something within yourself that you haven't learned or grown or held accountable to actually be aware of. So when you know the signs of an unhealthy relationship, I want you to write them down. I want you to write these down. They're almost like, here are a couple of suggestions. Behaviors that you won't allow, behaviors that are unacceptable, behaviors that you do not tolerate. Yelling, blaming, shaming. Usually if you're in a toxic relationship, if you're in a toxic marriage or had a toxic partner, you've been yelled at, you've been blamed, and you've been shamed. That's something you can't allow again. Something you got to write down and hold yourself accountable now to know. Unhealthy. Not going to do it. Another one would be making insults or name calling. Again, there's a thin line between an insult and a joke. There's something a little too far, a little too low below the belt, something under the skin, a button pusher. compared to someone who's actually making a sarcastic joke. So when someone's making insults or name calling, that's not acceptable. It's slowly making cracks into the relationship that you allow that. Insults, name calling. Another one, the silent treatment, a complete avoidance of the situation, the uncomfortable moment, the disrespectful situation, the insult, and complete denial, the silent treatment. Not good. Unhealthy relationship. Another one, the person who's always threatening to leave. If you don't do what I want, I'm going to break up. If you don't do what I say, I'm going to leave you. You should say, get out of here. Please leave now. To you to always threaten and dangle the relationship as some leverage over me. It's toxic. It's unhealthy. Another one, withholding affection. Seriously, withholding affection. You'd be surprised how many times I've heard that scenario where they just basically use it to their power. Use it against them. Use it for leverage. Use it as a weapon almost. And they withhold affection. Another one, popular one, gaslighting. Someone who gaslights you all the time. Kind of like those insults, kind of like that treatment of name calling, kind of like those jokes below the belt, gaslighting. Isolating you from your family, your friends, your work, your fitness, your life, isolating you from everyone. Oof, I've heard a lot of those situations. Very unhealthy situation, very unhealthy relationship, toxic person. And obviously aggressiveness, physical. These are signs that might head you down a dangerous path. And if you have gone through this path before, I'm sorry you went through that. I'm even more impressed and encouraged the fact that you're watching my video because you're still curious to learn how to get better or what to do better for a relationship. Write it down from your experience. Write down what a healthy relationship looks like or what do you think it looks like. Write it down what a healthy, unhealthy relationship looks like. These are more helpful than you even know. And if you need more help, send me a message because I'm here to help. My name is Coach Andres, Certified Life and Relationship Coach. Thank you very much.